They look good. I like them. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
If the listeners don't know, earplugs are like, if you ever see people with like the giant holes in their ears, like me and Jen got, those are earplugs. And they hurt a lot.
They do.
I cannot overstate how painful it is at some stages.
It really hurts. Martin saved me for the last size up I did. I almost lost my fucking mind.
We were texting for like an hour, just walking you through.
He's like, bro, just ice your ears. I was like, I did not think of that.
This is the Said No One Ever podcast, a podcast about things you never knew you wanted to hear about. I'm your host, Martin Moore. Let's get into it.
Welcome to another episode of the Said No One Ever podcast. I'm your host, Martin Moore. In our last episode, we had Eric Havley on the show, and we talked about imposter syndrome, and he brought a fascinating and enlightening conversation and insight into what it's like to never feel like you're good enough or qualified enough, and just battling that psychological dissonance some people experience, when they achieve success but don't feel like they've earned it or deserved it. And with this episode, I kind of want to stay in that same lane, that same atmosphere, and continue with this conversation around success. And that's a success hangover, and what sort of the aftermath of success looks like to me and to other people. And so in this episode, I got my buddy who is an Emmy-nominated hip-hop artist, audio engineer, author, one of the most ambitious and realist people and creators I've ever been fortunate to be friends with. He's been on the show before. You know him as the GOAT. I know him as Genesis Renji. My friend, what's up?
What's going on, family? How we doing?
How are you? It's been a minute.
It's been a little minute. It definitely has.
The plugs are looking good.
Thank you.
Are we done? Are we done?
I say yes, but I don't know.
It's addicting.
I might go one more. And then
like chasing success, because you just want to go bigger. One more.
Yeah, you know. I think I'm from the kit you gave me. I'm at 0.
Are you?
But I went and got some. I wanted some crystal plugs.
Sure.
But I got them from Hot Topic. But when I try to put them in,
boy, there is not a place I haven't heard in a while. But where else are you gonna get shit like that?
Yeah.
Hot Topic. That's it.
It's like, nah, bro. Those aren't gonna work. The measurement for the ear is, I think it's right in the dip. But you know how they got it shaped. It's almost like a bow. So it's like, how the fuck am I going to get this in here when the opening is a size larger than where it's currently? You guys are fucking crazy. So
they look good. I like them. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
If the listeners don't know, earplugs are like, if you ever see people with like the giant holes in their ears, like me and Jen got, those are earplugs. And they hurt a lot.
They do.
I cannot overstate how painful it is at some stages.
It really hurts. Martin saved me for the last size up I did. I almost lost my fucking mind.
We were texting for like an hour, just walking you through.
He's like, bro, just ice your ears. I was like, I did not think of that.
Oh man,
dude, I had migraines like 3 days.
Dude, it hurts. I mean, you're stretching human skin.
Yeah.
Anyways,
my mom's like, don't do too much. You don't know what nerves are gonna hit, and then your liver stops working.
She said your liver stops
working. Yeah. She ties it all into acupuncture and stuff like that, and I'm like, you right, but I got this. I'm all right.
Well, for people who aren't familiar with you or who haven't listened to the show, why don't you just a little quick rundown about who you are, what you do?
For sure. I'm Genesis Renji. As stated before, Emmy-nominated recording artist and engineer from the wonderful city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Big foes. What else have I done? I've won a couple of awards, man. Journalism Award, Radio Milwaukee Award, rapper, savant, tattoo collector, comic book enthusiast, DC over everything. Shout out to James Gunn. We're in a very great space right now as an entity and a creative collective. And yeah, I'm the best thing walking, man. Everything I do is great. Even when I mess up, I do that great.
I concur. Well, I'm jacked that you're on this episode because this is like I said in the intro. This is a conversation I've wanted to have, and it's one that you and I have had, when we went to Bucks games or we're just chilling at one of our cribs or something like that. And first, I guess for the listeners, I want to give them a quick rundown on what a success hangover is, if you don't know what it is. So a success hangover is the feeling of emptiness, disorientation, or letdown that can follow the achievement of a long sought-after goal or milestone. It's the what's now feeling after the initial celebration fades and the sense of accomplishment doesn't quite fill the void as expected. It's a common experience, especially for high achievers, and often arises from pursuing external validation rather than internal fulfillment. And so what I want to get into in this episode is sort of, what triggers a success hangover? Who gets them? Who doesn't? How does hustle culture in social media perpetuate this feeling that you have to grind 24/7 and never be complacent, always be relevant, always be working towards something? And most importantly, when is it okay to celebrate your wins and move on? And so let's just get into it. First question: have you ever experienced a success hangover?
My ego says no, but yes.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah. It shows up. I think it shows up differently for different people. My success hangovers weren't necessarily like, oh, I've accomplished the thing. Now what's next?
Sure.
Mine came at a very interesting time period. COVID, basically. Mm-hmm. So it's like when everything stopped and ceased. So it's like, all right, how do we fulfill this?
Sure.
This validation that we were consistently getting already, or how do we fill this space of constant winning when there's nothing to,
and boy, was there nothing
to really pursue. And my big brother Molly Napoleon, he had to pull me aside and have a brother to brother conversation and really check me during that time.
We need that.
Oh, for sure. And I'm big on criticism. I'll take it all. I know what I do well, so let me know where I'm messing up at. But he was he just told me during that period, like, you were so used to winning and doing everything right that now you at a period where the wins aren't coming frequently and you just going out and seeking validation from wherever you're gonna get it, whether that's people or places or things. And he's like, and this ain't you, bro. So, you can take my advice or not, but as your brother, I have to tell you this.
Sure.
And I'm like, you right, man. You right. But it comes and goes, bro. My success hangovers really came with during that was a big one during that period of everybody just being stuck with themselves and not being outside, and then the other ones really just came with not celebrating what I was doing,
right?
Because I'm so used to go, get after it. I've spent the last 2-3 years unlearning a lot, and then relearning some things, learning new things, and really just changing the way I operate and even focus when it comes to pursuing this thing, let alone anything else I'm going after. So
sure,
yeah, I don't have them now.
Yeah,
but I've definitely had them before.
What was your first big success or milestone that you remember achieving and going, damn, you were just so proud of yourself? And
the earliest one I can think of is I might have been 12 or 13 at the time.
Oh wow.
And my mom's ex-husband, he worked in the community and worked in music and things, and he got us involved in, me and my brothers and his son got us involved in there was this anti-gun crime campaign happening around the time. And I don't remember if it might have been a competition, but we won the competition. We made a song against gun violence, and that ended up becoming a campaign thing. So we're shooting a music video for it, a song. We made a full song for it in the studio.
Oh wow.
And that video this is back when the buses had TVs on them, so that video's being played on the bus in rotate, like a consistent rotation thing.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure the song got played on that radio once or twice, a couple of times. But that might have been my earliest memory of real big pride and achievement within music. I'll say within music for sure. So it was, oh snap, here's my face on TV, on the buses, and at such a young age too. That for sure. As an adult pursuing music,
that was my next question.
It would be when I was 21. It was the first time I heard one of my songs on the radio by myself. It was the V100 Heat from the Street. And
nice.
I remixed, I sampled Favorite Things from The Sound of Music. It was one of my favorite songs, and probably one of the only musicals I like. So that song,
The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
I don't like a single musical, so you got me beat by one.
Yeah. I only like 3 for real. But that song was called Favoritism, and that was on the radio, V100 Heat from the Street. And I remember sitting in the Red Ford Taurus my mom gave me and just listening to my song on the radio, 8 o'clock, V100. And I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, I'm
on the radio.
Yeah. Oh, this is me. We did it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then the rest of that week, because this is the week after my birthday, but I had a bunch of things lined up that week, from album listening party to performances, stuff like that. So the rest of that week was a confirmation for me that I could pursue music professionally. All right,
so is that like the impetus or the catalyst for?
Yeah, that was this is going to be a career and not just something I'm good at and I enjoy.
Like sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
As we dive deeper into success, I feel like we have to sort of like quantify what success is to at least you and me, because success is different to everybody. Whether success for you is having a family, or it's winning the NBA finals, or being on the radio, or whatever it is. In order to sort of quantify that, I guess for you, what does failure look like? Like what's been one of your biggest failures? What does failure look like to you?
I have a very weird perspective. So failures are
like a Giannis perspective. There are no failures.
Almost.
Sure. Like, hey, I like it.
Failures are wins to me. I think you really fail when you stop. That's it. I'm like,
that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Once you give up, you failed. There's a difference between bowing out and saying I've done what I've done. I'm cool, or maybe you found something else, or you've run your race and be like, this was enough, or maybe you've achieved everything.
Sure.
But I think failure is, it's not working for me. I'm just gonna quit because it's not working. That's failure to me. Once you stop going after the thing, you failed.
I agree. I mean, failure's the greatest teacher.
Yeah, my greatest failure is one of my greatest accomplishments, honestly. And this is kind of the spark behind my second book, Go Talk 2, Bucking Up. Like, that entire book is all about failures. But I asked, because I interviewed different people for that book, and I asked them, what is your greatest failure? And a lot of people aren't used to getting asked that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I never really thought about that. Like,
right.
What's the best thing I did wrong? So I think failures are really learning lessons for me. Like Pharrell said, you treat your failures as research and development.
Yep.
For real. My biggest one was taking 12 kids from Milwaukee, not kids, but young teenagers, young adults, taking 12 kids from Milwaukee on tour to a state we never been to with little to no promotion, and staying out there for a week and doing it all on my dime out of my own pocket. That was my greatest failure. I got everybody home. We went out there, they had a good time.
Yeah.
Some people got to, see parts of the world that they probably never would have saw before.
Sure.
But then they also enjoyed themselves. To me, it's my greatest accomplishment because it's one, I learned what not to do when putting on a tour. But then the biggest thing for me also is I travel with a group of 12 different personalities, not including the homies that, drove in or flew in to enjoy this experience with us. And everybody got along. There was no issue. It's very hard to travel.
This sounds like a success, Jeff.
Yeah, to me, it's a success.
What was the failure?
The failure for me was the tour didn't go the way I wanted it to go.
Gotcha.
Because I have a very set idea of what I want things to be.
Sure.
And when they don't become that thing, I'm like, oh fuck, I failed. But in reality, it's like, nah.
So you got home and you were like, that didn't go the way I had planned or envisioned or mapped out.
It was so much. It was Murphy's Law that whole trip.
Sure.
Murphy's Law that whole trip. Like we didn't even get out the state before we got pulled over and all type of shit. It was wild. It was very wild. But I mean, grace of God was with us that entire trip. Some people had to go home early because, bro, we running out of money and da-da-da. I'm like, I get it. I booked 3 Airbnbs out of my own pocket. It was nuts. It was nuts. But one of the best experiences I've ever shared with a group of people.
Sure.
Because it's just nothing but good times, good energy, a learning experience. And we just had fun. Like, we know people that go to Miami for a weekend and don't come back friends. Like, and that's just four girls in a hotel room. So it's
right. That's the recipe for
So for me to
take a house like that,
AAU team equivalent of different personalities, and half of them who didn't know each other, and everybody get along, and we all get back home safe. It's a win in my book, man.
For sure.
I can learn from anything.
So what does success look like to you then?
Success
like
is
big time, like for you when you
my
think,
definition or like the definition
your definition of success for you, like I know you are successful right now, but success is sort of like a holistic word. Like,
so I'm insane. So success for me is accomplishing something that I wasn't anticipating. That's what it is.
I like that.
A Nickelodeon placement is success for me.
Sure.
A TV placement is half success for me.
Sure.
It's oh, dope, we got that placement. That's what's up. That's more success for me because one of my guys gets the win versus me just, to me, it's I'm just doing my job. It's another day at work.
Yeah.
But when it becomes something that I wasn't anticipating, like when Nickelodeon calls me and asks me to make a song for Kwanzaa, that's a success.
Yeah.
That wasn't on my trajectory. That wasn't a part of my job.
Sure.
That wasn't me just doing my job. That's success for me.
So when something it becomes a byproduct almost of your hard work and your enthusiasm and your grind.
Yeah, I'm a military kid, so for me, we weren't celebrated for doing what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
So you get the celebration when you go above and beyond.
Sure.
A lot of the things I do in music and in the pursuit of my creative passions is me just doing what I'm supposed to do. So while other people celebrate it, I don't feel the same excitement for them. Not that I don't appreciate them. It's just like, that was what I was supposed to do. So I don't feel the same urgency and need to celebrate it.
Sure.
But that's why I have people like you and all of the folks in my life that are like, you need to celebrate everything that you do. I'm like,
I don't think you need to celebrate everything.
I'll pick and choose, but
Yeah.
I understand. So I've been getting better with celebrating the small wins.
Sure.
I'm not a fan of moral victories, but you know.
What I mean, so what does like celebration look like to you? Like when you have a success, like when you got the
Stopping and
Nickelodeon thing
like
or something.
acknowledging it for real.
Yeah.
A lot of the things I do that I overlook, I don't even acknowledge on it because to me, it's like you said, it's just a byproduct of the work.
Yeah.
But a big thing like that, like Nickelodeon, is all right.
Because that was huge. When you told me about that, I was like, damn, dude, that's a big deal.
We go out for that, and I'm not a party goer or anything like that. But it's, hey, let's go and celebrate this thing, and let's talk about it, and let's just bask in that moment for real. Let's a lot of my guys that worked on that project live across the world for real. Like I got producers overseas, some folks across the states. So that's let's jump on a call and just shoot the shit. When I got my first television placement with my producer 46 Brock, he was in Germany at the time. I FaceTimed him and we took a shot together. So,
Yes,
it's like, hey, bro, this is long nights.
So one of y'all was doing the shot in the morning or mid afternoon.
We timed it well. It was night for me, so it was like lunch for him. We timed it well. But just doing that. When I got the Emmy nomination, I was out chilling. My homegirls drugged me out. They were like, "Yo, we about to go out and we're gonna have a good time. They got me a card and all types of shit.
That's cool.
We're proud of you. Keep going." So that's one of my favorite nights too. Is just knowing that even when I'm not thinking of doing it, I got people around me that are gonna make sure that I'm celebrated for what I'm doing.
Sure, because you surround yourself, or when you surround yourself with friends and obviously family who are zoomed out from your life and see you from afar and recognize when you have big wins and you've achieved something big, and they go out of their way to make you feel special, and maybe acknowledge something that you either don't want to acknowledge for yourself, or you just forget, or it's not in your radar. That feels good.
For me, it's the forgetting thing. Like, I just recently finished this content course sponsored by TikTok.
I was going to ask you about that.
Through One Creator Lab, and they asked me to be the student speaker for the virtual graduation. So in my bio, I'm like, yeah, I'm Jen. I've done these things. I've forgotten half of the things I've accomplished.
Yeah,
and it's like
that's a big one for me too.
Yeah, it's not like it's not me being egotistical. No, I genuinely don't remember a good amount of the things I've done, and that's what I got people in my life for. Maul is always telling me, like, you're so focused on the painting and getting the brushstrokes right.
Yep.
You don't ever step back and look at the canvas you've already created so far. So it's like that's what they're for. But that's like, good. Hey, come up and breathe for air and see what you've done so far. I know you're focused on.
But I think that's the sort of mantra and the ethos you have to have when you're very ambitious people like us and very goal-oriented people like us. I always try to quantify it to people like this. There's like two kinds of people in the world. There's people that like to sit at the slot machine and they just pull that lever, waiting for the payout. They're waiting to hit that jackpot so they can get that dopamine hit. And then there's people like us who we enjoy pulling the lever, getting the free drink, have a smoke.
I'm robbing the casino.
But I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to enjoy the process. If you're chasing a dream or a goal or success, and like once you get that, you have this feeling of relief that you don't have to put in that work anymore. in my opinion, that you were chasing the wrong dream.
Yeah.
You should be like, for me, when I got my job at Costs, all I wanted to do was just create for a living, get paid to create content. And I didn't feel relief when I didn't have to vlog anymore and make videos and stuff anymore. I felt like almost sorry, like I missed it. I missed the grind, the emails, the getting up and all that. And so I guess to my point with the slot machine analogy is like, for me, it was never about like some sort of like
jackpot
or payout or whatever that is. It was just, I enjoy pulling that lever in my seat. If I never achieve the goal or the dream, sure, that sucks, but it's fine because I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I'm trying to say is like, for me, success is being happy.
There's
doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, that's facts. That ties into this quote. My mom sent me this video, this audio book from Earl Nightingale. It's called The Stranger's Secret. And in the quote, he says that this is a book from like the 1920s or some shit like that.
Sure.
And in the book, Earl Nightingale is saying success is I don't know word for word, but he's like, success is anybody who has a plan or a dream and is constantly pursuing that thing.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to be a teacher and they're going out and they're learning, they're doing the steps that they need to do to become a certified teacher, and then the steps TA, whatever, volunteering, blah blah blah. That person is a success because they're in the pursuit of that. In me wanting to be one of the greatest recording artists of all time.
Sure.
Me being up, recording songs every day, performing, networking, releasing music. I'm a success already in the pursuit of that. The painter who wants their art in displays and galleries, who's on that canvas every day, who's putting something up, that person's a success. So I think in the pursuit of it, you're already winning.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what's the end goal for you.
Yeah.
If there is an end goal, maybe the process is all you want.
Sure. Let's get into that, because that's sort of the crux of this entire conversation. And a success hangover is, what happens when you have a dream and a goal so big that it almost seems unattainable, and then you get it. And then you get it.
You ain't
dreaming.
You weren't dreaming big enough.
Have you ever watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary on Netflix?
No.
Okay. So whether you like Aaron Rodgers or not, he sorts of gets into about how, as a kid, his entire dream was to be Joe Montana and win the Super Bowl. That's all he worked for his whole life. And then in 2010, Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers gets MVP. Then he sits back and he goes, now what?
Yeah.
Now what? Watching this documentary, you can sort of see that was the catalyst for him, with all the self-exploration, trying to figure out, what's the point of life? And, there's just story after story about this. I sent you the what was it, like an Instagram, that golfer dude. Why can't I remember his name? Whatever. I'll put it in the comments. But he was talking about how when he won the Masters, and he was like, now what?
Yeah.
It's a weird, as someone. This is gonna sound stupid, and like when I try and talk about like success hangover to people, this sounds stupid, but like I can relate, because it's not about what your goal was. Like, the goals can all be different. You can want to be a parent, you can want to be the world's greatest hip hop artist, you can want to have your dream job or whatever it is, but that feeling of emptiness and what's next after you achieve whatever it was you wanted to be, that's a ubiquitous feeling. And so while I didn't win the Super Bowl or the Masters, or I wasn't a world famous musician, my dream was to create content and get paid to do what I love. And I never thought I'd do that working on cars for 10 years. And once I hit that, all of a sudden it was just like this feeling of like emptiness, this what's next. And I was just, for years and years and years, I was like, fuck, man, like I have nothing else. We've talked about this.
Times, yeah.
I don't want anything else. I don't need anything else. I'm good. And so while that may be hard for like people not in this conversation to understand, it's a weird fucking feeling. And it's a very like empty, lonely feeling when you're someone as ambitious like you and me, where you just are constantly.
I think you gotta, and that's where you gotta measure like the amount of insanity you really have. Like me, I'm crazy.
Yeah, sure.
I'm insane for this.
Well, I am too.
Because the thing is like, it's never enough. I'm never gonna be satisfied, and
Sure.
not in a sense of greed, but
Sure.
in a sense of I know that there's more, and because I know that there's more, I want to do more. I pursue music because a lot of things come easy to me. I'm good at anything I really try, and that's not me being cocky or anything like that. That's a certified fact.
I think there's this stigma with success and people who are ambitious like you and I, where we're cocky, pretentious people,
I can
egotistical.
be arrogant. That's by choice, though.
But I don't think there's truth
no.
to that at all.
I'm just also very certain of myself.
Sure.
But in the pursuit of anything I'm going after, I'm not looking at the actual milestone or marker. Right? It's not a, hey, I'm gonna go and be this thing within this amount of time in these years, and then that's it.
Sure.
I'm always looking at the next bigger thing, the next thing that comes after that, and that's also been a little bit of a detriment to why I don't celebrate things, because it's like, this is dope, but this wasn't the thing I was after.
Yeah.
This is a byproduct of the thing.
Yep.
And even I've had to figure out I'm not chasing a specific thing. I'm chasing a feeling, and I haven't felt that yet.
We go.
I felt pieces of the feeling. I felt flashes of it.
Sure.
But I haven't felt it on a consistent, overwhelming consistency yet.
Sure.
So it's like I've had highs. I've hit the joint of what I want, and the high was there, and then it went away, and it was okay, cool. How am I going after that and having that euphoric thing all of the time?
Yes.
And that's what really keeps me going, because it's like even when I did the Bucks halftime show, right?
Yeah. Which was sick, by the way.
Thank you. We do that, and that energy is different. It's electric. I did.
Yeah, you got 30,000 people.
This was Pfizer, so it's 17. So 17. That was a sold out night too. I remember that night, and I did Summerfest probably like 4 months before that. So 4 months before that, I was in front of my largest audience ever with 7,000 people, and we've almost basically doubled, like 2.5x that. A couple months later, and we're in front of and that feeling was euphoric. And the first thing I thought of when I got off was, I want to go on tour. I get this. Now
I see why.
I get stadium tours. I understand this. Like small room tours, I was already excited for.
Everybody does that.
Stadium tours. Oh, I get it now. So that's me when something gets done. I remember once when I was visiting some family in Texas, and they dragged me to church. I don't sit through church anymore. I did my time.
Yeah.
So
you talk to God in other ways.
Yeah. I get drugged to church.
That don't involve 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
Exactly. I get drugged to church with my God family, and I step out and I call my mom. Like, mom, your church today. So I'm up there and I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I just want to, and I want to say I'm like maybe 24, 25 at the time. I'm like, I just want to make it. She was like, well, when you first started going into music, what was making it
look like to you?
Yeah. And I was like, I just wanted to be like Gerald Walker. Shout out to my big homie Gerald. I just want to be like Gerald Walker. I want to pay my bills from music and nothing else. She was like, okay, are you paying all your bills? I was like, yeah. She's like, you might not have all the money you want, but your bills are taken care of for the most part. I'm like, yeah, for sure. She's like, you made it. You already made it. At this point now, you're just expanding on what you've made. That's all you're focused on. So my success is, I'm done, bro. Like I did it. Technically. Like little me is happy.
Yeah. You make music for a living.
Childhood me is good. I make music for a living. I turned the thing that me and my cousin shared and was one of the bonding experiences for us into a dream and a lifestyle, and manifested that into a livelihood. And he was even able to see that before he passed. So for me, I did it twice over for both of us. So at this point, it's what's the largest level I can do this at now?
Gotcha.
That's it. That's what keeps me going.
Sure.
So my thing is like, even my dad was telling me a couple months ago. He's like, so what's next for the house? Just being a pop. Just trying to figure out what's next. And I'm just running some things by him. He's okay. I need you to dream a little bigger though. I need you to go a little bit bigger, go a little bit harder. And hearing that come from him, it resonated a little differently.
Sure.
Because my dad's been a parent for the majority of his life. Yeah. So all he's known is provide. I remember having to prove to him that, hey, the thing I'm trying to do is gonna take care of me. That's all he wanted. I just want to make sure you're not starving. Starving and homeless. Is the thing you're doing gonna take care of you? So when he saw that, he's on the road. My dad used to go on tour with me. So for him, it's I want you to dream bigger. I want you to go even further than what you've been doing. And that thing you think you want at that level, see, go beyond that. And maybe you want what's beyond that.
Sure.
So that's my thing now is pushing the limit of what I think I really want and taking that extra step. And that's what's going to keep me going. I'm gonna never be satisfied.
Yeah.
I'll be content.
Sure.
I'll appreciate where I'm at, but I'm gonna always want more because I know there's more. And that's going to be the thing that keeps you going. We know people that the moment they've achieved something or reached something or they've retired from the thing that they're pursuing, they drop dead 2 months later.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to live forever chasing this.
Yeah, for sure. How do you think hustle culture has...
It's a fucking mistake.
Set us up for, LinkedIn, the algorithm on Instagram, just feeding you people
it's a mistake.
with these curated videos and content
it's a mistake.
Working. Look at me win. Look at me win. How does that sort of feed into this stereotype that, we just need to be going 24/7, 365, never stop, never be happy, never be complacent?
I think that's a byproduct of the assembly line mentality. We just dressed it up with celebrity and fame to make it more digestible.
Yeah.
Some people argue it's a byproduct of capitalism. I wouldn't push back against it, but I also think, that is where it is. But it's terrible, bro. It's a mistake. The only way you're gonna ever achieve anything is if you're at your best self. And hustle culture doesn't promote your best self.
No.
It doesn't promote good living.
No.
It doesn't promote healthy practices for rest.
Yeah.
I remember, I was thinking about this the other day. I remember when we used to be on Twitter back in the day and we'd be talking about some hashtag no sleep, team vamp life, team no sleep, just trying to be up all hours of the night. And it's fucking ridiculous.
It is.
It's not realistic. It's not conducive to you. Hustle culture is a mistake. And that's one of the things me and my brother, Q Harrison, talk about a lot. Q Harrison Terry, we talk about just how hustle culture and really scam culture now.
I think they're one and the same.
Yeah, there was a period when hustle culture was different because I won't even say hustle culture. It was the hustle. It was hustle mentality.
Yeah,
because
hustle mentality.
Hustle came from grit, grind, and really sports. You need that. Hustle used to be urgency.
Yeah,
and now it's been redefined.
It used to be motivational.
Yeah.
Now it's content.
Yeah, now it's
bullshit.
Now it's do the least amount of work, get the most amount of money with no recourse or concern for the consequences.
Yeah.
And that's like hustle culture has become scam culture. Like you said, now there's one the same, but at the same time, it's also warped everybody to become very inherently lazy.
AI slop.
Yeah, and not even in the sense of like not wanting to work, but just lazy in life in general. Not wanting to work. Not want to do anything for themselves.
They want to cheat. They want a cheat code to bypass the journey. People don't want to work 5, 10, 15 years to get to something. They don't want to put the grind in and do the things.
People don't want to work 5 hours.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sit down and be focused on a thing for a certain amount of time anymore.
No.
They just want to, like I was telling my brother, they want to get paid once and never do anything again. And that's not realistic. And the chances of that happening,
that's winning the lottery is what that is.
Yeah, but I mean, even in the lottery, what's the stat? I think they say like 1/3 of most lottery winners are broke within the first 5 years.
NBA players too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like,
because at the end of the day, money's never going to be. There isn't a single person on planet Earth that doesn't want more money. So like, money's not the answer. Like if you're chasing 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures,
and even then you got to realize too, in an economic standpoint, whatever you pursuing, that buying power ain't the same as when you first were getting those dollars. That dollar is getting weaker every day. So you have to go out and get more. But you think that one time lick that you going after is gonna be the thing to set you up for life?
It's not.
It's not, bro.
It's
not.
This is for me the thing that I finally realized after years and years and years of my success hangover, because like everybody knows who listens to the show. I worked on cars for 20 years, and I did my YouTube channel. I did speaking engagements. I did all this stuff, all this content. I was up at 5 a.m. making videos, recording videos at noon, editing YouTube videos till 3 in the morning, repeat every single day, shooting photos. And, for me, I thought I was chasing getting out of cars and being able to like shoot for a living, create content for a living, make a bunch of money so that like I could be financially stable. And after achieving all of that stuff, I realized that it wasn't money I was chasing. It wasn't the job. I was chasing happiness. I just wanted to be happy. And even though in the moment when I was making vlogs and I was shooting weddings and stuff like that, and I get a little bit of money on the side, it made me happy for a minute. I wasn't holistically happy. And now what I've done is I've realized that it wasn't this one big grand goal that I was chasing that was going to make me happy. It was all the little things. Hanging out with Jen on a Saturday night, hanging out with my nieces, being present, not recording content, being in the moment. All these little things, the compounding interest of all of that is what made me happy. And I've learned and I think with my success hangover, I've learned that I don't need this giant, massive, what's next goal.
Yeah.
I just need all these tiny little wins. Spend more time with your nieces and nephew. Go visit your parents. Go get drinks with a friend. Maybe you want to play video games for 10 hours. Like I earned it. I deserve it. And I find a more consistent happiness and less highs and lows with sort of that mentality for me than going, okay, cool. I got my job at Costs. I do very well. And I'm not like, okay, cool, I need to be the CEO, or I need to, I need a bigger salary, or I need to be the next big YouTuber. Like, because I know I'll hit that and then I want something else and I want something else. And I'm happier with all these small little wins and being present. And that's sort of how I've gotten out of my funk. And that's a hard thing for, I think, a lot of people to because it can make you sound arrogant and pompous and pretentious. And it's a hard thing, I think, for a lot of people to relate to. You'll hear people like Aaron Rodgers talk, well, I won the Super Bowl, what next? I feel empty. And it's like, until you've hit a milestone in an almost unachievable goal, and then you achieve it, there's not a ton of people that like know what that feels like, and it's a hard thing to articulate. And it sounds fucking stupid being like, I'm unhappy and I don't know what, people don't feel sorry for you. So how much of a success hangover do you think is tied to like identity and self-validation? And, as we chase these things, are we chasing them because we have an identity or a legacy or some validation that we're chasing? Or are we really, truly doing it because it's going to make us happy? In a vacuum, it's going to make us happy at the end of the day. If there's no outside influence, that's a deep question.
I think it depends on the person, really.
For sure.
Generally speaking, I think most people,
like if no one ever listened to another Genesis Renji song or album, would you still be doing it?
Yeah. I think most people do. I think most people pursue something because of the emptiness. Whether that's that,
I agree.
We see that in relationships a lot. A job, something like you go and do this
even creating content. And people create.
You're trying to fill a void, and you don't realize what the void is. That comes from not knowing yourself.
Yeah.
And I think almost every issue that people have that doesn't require finances. It's an internal.
They don't love themselves yet.
It's an identity issue. Yeah.
Yep, big time.
Because of how I was raised and how certain I am of myself, that doesn't come from me. My success hangover is actually on the flip side. I probably have failure hangovers more than success hangovers. If a thing didn't
Next episode.
If a thing doesn't go the way that I imagined it, it can still have went off without a hitch or anything. But if it didn't go the way I imagined it, I'm like, dog, did I really succeed at this thing?
Right.
Did I fuck this up? Like, where did I go wrong? Or maybe it wasn't supposed to go the way I imagined it. I'll internalize that, and that'll become a big deal. That's what my EP these days is about, because I had to pivot away from the label as it was set up with me just working with so many artists and be like, yo, I love y'all. I got to just focus on myself right now. And everybody's like, oh, you good, bro? Like, we've enjoyed this. You've literally added to all of our dreams. We've had great memories, experiences, da-da-da. And in that time period of everybody being like, we get it, we understand, and them going on with life, I sat and internalized that thing because I imagined it a certain way, and it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. So for me, I was like, oh, I failed. Yeah. So my success hangover is if I don't achieve the thing the way I envision it in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Disregarding the fact that I've literally taken these people on tour, on some of the biggest stages. We've done these great things. I've added to everybody's life in some type of way. Sure. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the...
Exactly.
I'm looking at the, damn, I didn't do the big thing.
Yeah.
So that's where the hangover came up. But just going back to the original question, I think most people are just trying to find themselves in other things. But if you know who you are and have a strong constitution of yourself, then this shit is a breeze for real.
It is. And that stuff takes time. Yeah. Like, I think if someone were to listen, to this conversation, that sort of can't relate, like, the one thing I'd say is, like, you and I were not like people like us. You're not born into this mentality and this mindset, and it's something that it's a character and a personality and a lifestyle that you develop, that for whatever reason we get hungry for, and builds and builds and builds. Yeah. And we didn't just all of a sudden wake up one day and we're like these goal oriented people and have had a bunch of successes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was
everybody has their own path to get there.
Yeah, I was raised in a lot of love and support. Yeah. So I was a lot of love was spoken into me on a daily basis. A lot of you can do anything, and a lot of support in pursuing whatever I wanted to do. My mom had us do all type of shit, things we didn't even want to do. Sure. And she's like, I want y'all to have a full, well-rounded childhood and experience so many things.
Boy, my childhood was the antithesis of that.
So that whenever you get out into the world and you're figuring out what it is you want to do or pursue, you have at least enough experience to know this is the thing I want to lean into and towards.
That sounds lovely.
And that had me like, okay, I think music is the thing, because music kept coming back around. Yeah. My God-given ability was visual art. Yeah. I went to college on a theater scholarship. So I've always been a creative and expressive person, but music was the thing that kept coming back around. And that's the thing that I stuck with, because to me, I think that's the hardest thing to master. I'm very good at it. Yeah. But I don't mean mastering the sense of creating. I mean mastering as in the sense of navigating that entire ecosystem and business world.
Yeah, because it's more than just...
Yeah. And I love the business as much as the music. Yeah. I'm not the typical creative who just wants to create and not read contracts. All of that shit. I was 16 reading 360 deals. Like, what is that? How does that affect me?
See, that was the thing when I did music and like my band was touring and stuff, and we were making CDs and blah 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 blah. That was the part that like we got to that turned me off. Yeah. Where I was like, I love music. I've been playing music since I was 7 years old, but like the business side of this shit, I can't do it.
And I knew at a very young age what I wanted to do. I'm also very fortunate enough to have like come to that understanding at such a young age.
That's just part of it.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, because of how I was raised, if you're gonna do anything, do it the right way, all the way through, or don't do it at all.
100%.
So it's like, I want to do this thing. I need to be able to do this thing the right way completely. And part of that was making sure I don't get fucked over like all these other stories I've heard.
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
All the entirety of my life. Every day, all you hear is about somebody having a bad deal. And it's like, there's too much history of music out here for you to be complaining if you sign yourself to another bad deal, bro.
Right.
Like, I have a great lawyer. Shout out to ECL. Like, my lawyer is amazing. She makes sure I don't sign bad deals, but I also learn enough to know what the fuck I'm looking at even before the paperwork gets to her.
For sure.
So it's like just becoming engulfed in whatever that thing is at every single level. Like, I know what I know out of necessity.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't able to afford everything I needed to do at a certain point in time, that I had to go do it myself. And in that, I learned what was needed in those things. And now when I go talk to the people that I want to hire that do it better, and that's their dream, that's their success, I know I can communicate that at the bare minimum. But I also know when to avoid the person that's trying to fuck me over. You know, like,
right.
And that just comes with the obsession of wanting this thing all the time. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing too, is like, how much do you want the thing all the time? Mm-hmm. Like, and it doesn't need to take your every waking minute.
Do you mean like
of your life?
Do you mean like, let's say you're a touring artist and like this is all you do? 24/7. Get on a bus, go to the stadium.
I think a lot of success hangovers
buffet food.
From,
get on the bus, go on the.
A lot of success hangovers also come from not having a good, and I suck at it too, but not having a good balance within the thing you're pursuing.
Yes.
And
because it's so easy to go all in on.
Separation of the downtime from it. Yeah. Because when you go all in on something, the minute it doesn't work, you can be lost depending on the type of person you are.
Big time.
I'm just stubborn enough and persistent enough to that when things didn't work out, I was like, this is just a part of it.
Yeah.
The payoff is going to be crazy. So
I think when you compartmentalize it like that, and surround yourself with other people that have or are currently navigating the same sort of journey that you're on, so that when you do have those moments, you got someone to inspire you.
I don't even think you need people that are navigating the journey. You just need people that are navigating life with you. Like the people I surround myself with don't do this better than me. Mm-hmm. No knock to anybody. I'm the fucking best.
Yeah.
You know, the people I surround myself with, that most of the people that are around me or are part of my support system aren't in music.
Yeah.
And I think that's important too, is having enough people around you that are objective enough to whatever the thing is you're pursuing, that they know you, the person. I know Genesis, the person, not Genesis, the rapper.
Gotcha.
So when I see Jen disappointed at a specific thing that he didn't achieve, or maybe he achieved something and isn't taking the time to step back and rest and appreciate that, I can tug him on his shirt and be like, hey, bro, you need a moment.
Yeah, I like that.
You need to take a step back. Like the thing that you're doing great at, even if you don't feel like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing we get caught up in too. It's like,
God, I hope I've done that at least once in our friendship.
Oh, for sure. Anytime you drag me out to a game, you know me, I'll stay in the house all fucking day.
Yeah.
And so anytime you drag me out to a game, drinks, whatever, even if it's like, yo, I'm coming over so we can just watch WNBA.
So we can do our top 5 hip-hop, whatever.
We can do our music video battles.
And I can win again.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm just kidding.
But those moments are the things that you need.
Yes.
So that you don't have the success hangover, because you get so caught up in winning that.
You forget there's so many other smaller successes.
There are other wins. That's the other thing too. Yeah, there are
friendships are a big win. A lot of people don't have friends. Health is the
greatest win, especially as you're getting older. Like I'm so much more conscious of it now as I'm becoming older and realizing, like, oh shit, like we're becoming we're the adults now, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
they make fun of us on TikTok.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, and like I'm at family reunions and shit now. I was the one that was like, I'm the famous cousin. I'm not coming to a family reunion.
Right.
But it's also like, bro, like, get out of your ass and just
exactly.
Go, bro. Like this life is too short to be spent constantly in the pursuit of something and not appreciating it and not sharing it with other people, even if it isn't panning out to be what you want every single day. You're not gonna have the perfect day every day.
No.
But even in that, you got to be able to find a win in that. Like I tell my therapist all the time, Like every day is great, even if it doesn't feel great.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I'm alive for another day is a win, bro.
Dude, I say that all the time. I said the fact that I woke up today.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's the biggest win of all.
That's enough. That's
Because
enough.
a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
You see every day in the news and every day on social media, bunch of people didn't wake up this morning.
Yeah.
And so, circling back to what next, me focus on little things like that.
I think that was the other thing too. I think that really like shifted my perspective on winning and success for real. And that happened, I want to say when I was like 28.
Yeah.
Like a light switch flipped, and I'm like, bro, I really just need to appreciate being here. Like being alive is in itself.
That's a big one.
Is a win.
Some say it's the biggest one. You can't
really
do much
is.
when you're unalive.
And I think about it so much. It's like even in like new music I'm making, I got a line in one of my songs. I don't remember it word for word, but I'm like, I'm outliving people that I shouldn't be outliving.
Yeah.
So it's like in that, because there are people that can't enjoy this, I gotta enjoy this
For 'em.
even more for them. That in itself is a success. I've adopted a new life mantra, and I just recently got it tattooed on me. It's
Ooh,
like,
nice.
you gotta earn death. I think we're in a world, in a society where we treat death as a shortcut when things aren't working.
Right.
Well, this thing, I don't feel good about this. Things aren't panning out the way I want to. I'm gonna just end it all. And that's not a knock on anybody that's dealing with any mental health issue at all. But that's also not the solution.
No.
Like there was a time in history where death was an honorable thing. And I don't think we honor that anymore. So it's like my thing now is I gotta ask myself every day. I start each day with gratitude. Thank you for the day is the simplest thing you can do before you even go about your business. Like just thank you for the day.
Yeah.
Be glad you have it. And then it's, did I earn death today?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I like to think about. If I died today, did I feel like I earned it?
Yeah.
Will I be happy with what I've done and what I'm leaving behind?
I've always said yes. I've always told people if you told me I was going to die today, or if I was on my deathbed today,
I think I did.
I would say I have lived every day with absolute 100% intention, whether it was
I've lived every day with intention since I turned 28.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whether it was no sleep and grinding, or sitting in my ass playing Fallout 76 for 12 hours a day, or traveling and knocking off all 50 states, or whatever it was, I've lived every day with intention. There's nothing more I could have done up until this moment that we're recording this podcast that would have fulfilled me.
Yeah.
So if I died today, I have no regrets, because I lived every day intentional. I didn't waste a single minute doing something I didn't want to, or spending it with people I didn't want to spend it with, or any of that shit. And I think when you can reflect that way, I think it's a very, very powerful thing, because there's a lot of my life that wasn't like that, where if I was on my deathbed, I'd be like, fuck man, I wish I did this. I want to still do that.
You know how mad I'd be if I was on my deathbed and I was still working at Walgreens, like when I was 20? Oh, I'd be pissed.
Oh, right.
I'd be pissed. I'm like, bro, what am I doing?
All right, 2 more questions. What are some healthy ways to navigate a success hangover whenever it hits? Because for some people, success is having a family.
Yeah.
For some people, like I said, having a success could be being the world's greatest hip hop artist, or being a TV weather anchor, or hitting the lottery and becoming a millionaire, or a puppeteer, or whatever it is. But when you finally hit that big dream, that big goal, and then you feel this empty void of fucking now what? I don't want anything else. What are healthy ways to sort of navigate that if you get to a point, that at least I have gotten to?
Go back to being.
We've talked about this before. Do you remember what you told me?
Go back to being a kid. I told you was surround yourself with people that do things better than you.
Yep.
Because that's gonna drive you to figure out.
Which I've done. I took your advice and I did that,
thing.
and it made a big difference.
Yeah.
It got me off my ass, and it made me start this podcast.
Yeah.
And like this podcast is, even though Not a ton of. I mean, this is not going to be on Apple's top fucking 10 podcasts of 2025. It's small potatoes.
Yeah.
But still, it's a success for me because I love creating. Mm-hmm. I'm a storyteller. Mm-hmm. I love intelligent conversation. Mm-hmm. I get to be creative. It gets me to think and talk about conversations I'm otherwise not going to have an opportunity to. Mm-hmm. And so for me, this is an extremely fulfilling thing.
Yeah.
And it's a big success for me to be on like the 4th season and have all these people and talk about all this shit.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were at that Bucks game, you said, surround yourself with people that, have different goals than you, bigger goals than you. And, you're someone that is still chasing shit. And, I look up to you and you motivate me and drive me. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck, man, I'm going to do a podcast this week. I'm going to do one next week and the week after that, and you are 100% right. I think that's a great, healthy way to.
My dog. I think that's one way. But that's for like the super ambitious who've already knocked out what they want to do or are still pursuing it.
Created Amazon or
I think the general thing for just everybody and the universal application is go back to being a kid. Do the thing that makes you happy when you were younger. For me, that's been collecting comic books.
I love it.
Like
find that one rare comic book. Everybody has I refuse to believe everybody has one giant goal. Everybody's got there's got to be lots of little. Yeah. And it's a spectrum.
What it is people, I don't think people have a giant goal. I think people have a giant feeling. They have a giant feeling. And because they don't know how to rationalize or itemize that feeling,
sure,
they attach a thing to it.
Gotcha.
Because it's like, okay, this thing is probably going to get me
this is how I
feeling.
quantify it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's not necessarily it. And what you realize is if you start chasing the feeling, you'll find the feeling in small day-to-day things, and then you realize you're getting closer to that.
Sure.
That thing that
I want to
really
be rich.
after.
Rich monetarily, or rich on life, on health.
My biggest thing has always been freedom.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I found freedom through creativity.
Yeah.
And then just being able to do what I want. My favorite thing to say is I have a living schedule. That's my favorite thing to tell. So what time works best for you? Whatever works best for you. I got a living schedule. My shit moves when I tell it to move.
And that's huge. That's a big success.
For me, that's like, we're good. That's a flex.
Dude, there's a lot of most people don't have that kind of freedom. Yeah. It's 9 to 5. It's 8 to 6. And they're locked down. Repeat.
I can't go back to that life.
Right.
I can't.
I mean, that's a massive success.
Yeah. So I think it would be, if you're already an ambitious person and already going after it, and that's your thing, and you're just trying to figure out that next battery jump, it'd be surround yourself by people who do things better than you and have bigger goals than you. And that's not a knock on your ambitions or what you want.
Sure.
You just need that. You need that battery jump. You need that recharge of, damn, okay, like the thing I want isn't that crazy. I just need to be around somebody who understands it or even wants something greater than me to be like, yeah, I can get to this.
Yeah,
I can get to that. And then in the general sense, you just got to feed that inner child again.
Yeah.
Whatever feeling you had as a kid is probably the thing that you need now as an adult that's going to sustain you. That's why I watch fucking every superhero movie that comes out. I'm watching the animations of anything from DC and Marvel. I'm reading comic books. That's my inner childhood being fed, and that's what keeps me going. I'm going to be childish as shit.
Love it.
All my life, because that's how you stay young and you stay eager and you want something. Childlike wonder. If you're not feeding that childlike wonder, you're kind of fucked, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen people grow up and it sucks.
Oh, man.
I've seen it. It sucks. So there's got to be a way to grow as a person and still remain just young at heart and soul. And we know people who have done it. You do it. I do it. We've seen other people who are much more successful than us do it. It's possible. So,
dude,
yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show again and
me,
talking about success. Maybe we'll do another one after this.
Hey, we can.
We got to get you on. I think you've been on every season almost. Well, this is 4 seasons. I think you've only been on 3 times. So.
If I'm anything, I'm consistent. I think my first one was season 2, wasn't it?
No, you were on season 1.
I was on season 1.
Were you with when Ian was on the show?
Yeah.
So
season 1.
You were one of the OGs.
Yeah. If I'm anything, I'm consistent.
Yeah, right. Well, dude, thank you. I appreciate you coming on the show and talking and being
always.
honest and open.
If I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah, I love it. We'll get you on the show again. Hey, I'll probably see you in like, I don't know. We got to get together.
Yeah.
I keep buzz texting you and I'm like, dude, let's hang out. And then I look at my calendar and I'm like, ah, shit, I had something on my calendar.
I tell you the same thing every time. Let me know. Pick the day.
You've got a living calendar.
I do, bro.
Oh, dude. Where can everybody find you?
Find me any and everywhere at Genesis Renji, GenesisRenji. That's on all streaming platforms, YouTube, socials, whatever. If you want to have fun, throw that into Google and get lost, or just head over to GenesisRenji.com to see the new music and updates and everything that's going on, man.
Thanks. Love you, man.
Love you too, bro.